For Championship Sunday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Right now, Innovation currently leading 2-0 versus Rain. And as we move into Accolon Wastes, in control, frankly, this could be it for SKT1's Rain.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, especially in game number 1, Rain is playing well. Game number 2, I think his Army comp is a little bit interesting. I want to look at the map for that Army comp. I think he was kind of saying, well, I'm going to do a brawler style, get in the middle of the map with those storms and try and do what I can. But I think Innovation said the same thing, and then he kind of just slapped Rain away. He's like, guess what? I've got these Hellbats are going to take out your Zealots. I'm going to get 2 Ghosts out. I'm not really worried about getting a ton of energy on them. I'm not going to pick you apart. I'm going for a timing, and it's because the Naturalizer ramp, sure, although a wide ramp, but that third is exposed. You have to be in midfield to defend that third, and if you're going to be in midfield against early Hellbats against a like a smaller Protoss army with just a couple storms at its disposal, you're probably not winning that fight.
Yeah. The other thing about that game, it also shows that although in the hands of some of our pros, and obviously it's not a 100% win guarantee, but the Proxy Oracle isn't always going to be the end-all, be-all to anything. And I think a lot of people talk about it. It's so powerful, but you can see right there that, it can have its downsides as well. So let's introduce our players in the southeast position. As the red Protoss, he is on his last legs, folks. Give it up for SKT1's Rain. And Innovation currently sweeping nerd hearts across the nation right now. A lot of people saying, wow, wow, wow. The blue Terran from STX Seoul, it is Innovation.
Shout out to Major, who's currently in Korea, I believe. Whoa. Welcome to Puberty in Control. Thank you, guys. Anyways, he's on Team 8. It is his dream to be in Pro League and training with the Koreans, but he has from the very beginning said that Innovation is a special, special guy. And, I mean, he's gone over the top, and he's proclaimed he's going to win this tournament. He's talked about how he's the best player in the world. That, maybe not, but he is damn good, and Major saw it early on, so kind of cool when that kind of stuff's picked out. But I'm becoming a believer in Innovation after watching this series.
It doesn't take a whole lot, does it? There's certainly not been anyone, I think, this weekend who's gone to...
He's a flash in the pan.
He's like,
lucky run.
Even I get lucky on that every once in a while. Like, come on. No. But here in the round of 8 versus an opponent who, many people were like, it's Rain. Like, he's so awesome that he's making people forget about the first Rain. Yeah. But Innovation, as someone on Team Liquid said, is putting on a clinic.
Yes.
And I think we're all having a treat getting to watch that today.
He really is. I started this off by saying if you want PBT lessons, you watch Rain play. I still stand by that. But the same is true for Innovation. We're not seeing like Proxy Factory, like 8-8 Reapers or weird stuff like that. He's not sneaking these wins past Rain. He is taking it by sheer force. He's saying, Rain, are you playing solid? That's too bad. I'm playing more solid. I'm just going to go ahead and take my more solid and squash yours. And it's a thing of beauty to watch because, again, I know there's been a lot of talk this weekend about, Medivacs and Terran is just, they're OP perhaps. But when I watch Innovation, I don't necessarily see a guy who's abusing something into the ground and is a flash in the pan. I see a guy who's got the multitask of a champion.
In fact, I mean, Innovation in some of the games did, exercise some medevac drops. And frankly, Rain did a fantastic job defending him. So, I mean, from that perspective, we do have this SCV in here.
You're making a good point, Wade. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. It's good to know that this SCV is going to be able to see exactly
what's happening in the corner of the Protoss space.
Oh, my God.
And you know what the worst thing in the entire frickin' universe could possibly be for a DT opening? Is if an SCV comes out of nowhere and is like, what do you guys have back here? Let's go take a look.
Can I play with you guys, too?
Oh, look, a Dark Shrine. That's cute.
Love this little group of Marines for Innovation going out. And, is he going to... Oh, my God. Oh,
it's going to be Blink.
Stalker.
All right, he's not seeing it. But he saw the 3 gateways, and to be honest with you, that's enough. So he does not see the Twilight Council, but he sees the 3 gateways. What comes off of 3 gateways double gas? It's got to be Blink Stalker, or it's Avoid Ray All In. It's one of the two, really.
So what are we going to see Innovation do to react and not overreact?
You just do mines.
Yep.
That's the answer.
And we're going to have Rain moving out now.
Look at this mine in the middle of the map. My goodness.
What's that?
The mine in the middle of the map. It's actually Lady Luck for once is shining on Rain for now, but the Marines moving around looking for that pylon that's going down outside their vision as well.
And he has been, I mean, he checked for the proxy pylon. He checked in the portion of the third, and there that is going down. Another Widow Mine is starting to extend out, and this is something we talked about yesterday in that, you know, the Terran players using this as a space controller of Zelnaga Towers and other areas of the map, like the middle right there where other units could go in. And he's going to go ahead and boost out of there, but he knows it is coming.
He does. His Robo's about to finish. This is really cool what we're seeing from Rain. It's the one-base Blink Stalker play that you used to see like on Antigua Shipyard all the time. But this has come back because of these tech-heavy openings from our Terran players where you can say, okay, you do your tech-heavy opening, I'm going to have a lot of Blink Stalkers, and I'm going to threaten the expansion. You're going to try to squeeze in at the end of that build. Innovation's looking to try and get that mine in here, and it looks like it will. Yeah, it's going to get down. It's got to get out of there.
Is he gonna? He's gonna target fire.
Oh my!
Nice job! Nice job.
The mine.
He targeted that probe, and even though the other one was like, "Yeah, hit me, I will minimize the damage," but that was not the case. So we haven't seen. Actually, we have. There's the first warp in. Rain 3 stalkers over at the front. There's going to be another pylon going down here at the third. We have an update as well. 1-1 between Flash and Parting, as it looks to be heating up over there on the red. Right now, Rain looking for a one-base aggressive attack, and it is coming. There's a single bunker.
And a tank, Wheat.
And a tank.
And that tank is going to slam the door on any kind of Blink Stalker harass. I mean, he's going to go up into the natural. That's really smart. If you were to try to hop up into the main, it just simply wouldn't work. There's a bunker, extra Marines, and a tank already there. A second tank on the way. And Innovation's actually just stacking good on good right now. He's going to pick up his natural and go in. And actually, really important to note, did not complete the Orbital Command Center, which is really good for Rain, actually, at this point in time.
Yeah. And there we have first Widow Mine moved away. Now we've got Innovation stuck at the top of his ramp there. The tank gets closer. There's another one on its way.
Wow.
It's just shelling away and doing a lot of damage, but does have to move away. I think with this next move in, I mean, he's got vision now, which is going to be huge for him. And in fact, double vision, 2 observers there. He's going to blink on top of that tank, immediately goes after the Marines there. He target fires down that tank.
And it's just Marines. They don't have upgrades, no combat shield, no stim. There's another tank back there, so I don't think Innovation at this point in time is in danger of dying. The reactor does go down. Rain's still not expanding behind this. That's worth noting because you can squeeze that in there, but of course that'll cut into your stalkers themselves. Tank moves forward as well. That's a second tank. Third along the way, but there is a supply block at this moment. And he's going to blink past.
Yeah, very, very nice. Finding an open opportunity to move in. However, he's got to be very, very careful. Yes, Innovation is going to move this tank. I was going to say it might be an opportunity for him to sort of cut off his opponent's capability to exit. There's the blink, and he misses off the cliff. Not sure if it was intentional, but he's going to have to wait for blink cooldown. And there it is. Now he can escape out of there if he pleases. I like Innovation just changing the configuration of his tanks to protect his mineral line. And eventually, Rain, there the Nexus does go down.
Rain is making this look sick. The Nexus does go down in the background, like you said. Still no tech, but he has a robot at his disposal, so he should eventually go to Colossus. But before that, he's going to pick up an actual tank. That's very nice. Still with a high stalker count, Innovation has to be careful. He is upgrading Stim, but we're a ways away from that. He's got one tank on siege. There's going to be a blink here in just a second. Maybe no, he's not going to go for it. I think that's the wise choice. He can't lose these stalkers. If he loses stalkers, he's out of the game.
Right. Winging back into the main, able to take out a couple of racks that are being built, and this is just perfect harassment for Rain. Being able to expand behind this means that not only is he going to gain an advantage off of the damage he's done, but he will also have a much better economy coming off of this. I mean, the CC, it's just sitting there floating away, and there he's going to blink off the cliff. Great micro coming out by Rain, really maximizing the damage. The siege tanks are doing absolutely nothing. He blinks his entire army out, but look at the retention of these units. The unit loss tab sort of speaks for itself, 2046. It is only about 600 minerals separating those two, but when you consider that this Stalker force and what they've been up against, they've done a fantastic job. However, Innovation, he's got 3 tanks now. Drops a medevac, but he will be able to cease this attack.
For now, yes. There are observers, though, and he's kind of swinging around. He's going to blink up into the main. Observers alerting him to the fact that the front is, of course, closed off to him, but the main is wide open. There's just not enough Marines to go in there and give chase, and Rain is going to continue to pour on down on Innovation. He's expanded behind this. No tech just yet, adding Immortals because he keeps building Stalkers, so that's also worth noting. He has to get damage in. Otherwise, investing in Stalkers at this point in time could be a big error.
Stim is about ready to complete. Some additional medevacs on the way, but I just have to look at a couple of these. Yeah, there's a few high kill Stalkers in here, certainly. And the base 4 Innovation has been set back up. Those Immortals, as you mentioned, now starting to come. And I think that's it for Rain. He says, okay, phase 1 complete. Time to go into phase number 2.
Yep.
And that will consist of not only getting a few additional Immortals out, but potentially stopping, trying to deny a third while getting one up for his own. But also keep in mind, with the Observers that's still out, he has natural harass capability as well. So we'll see exactly how this is going to work out. He can still blink in from the third into the Terran's main.
Innovation's going to go for kind of a push here. He's got a lot of tanks. It's 5 tanks, a handful of Marines. He does have Stim. One of the medevacs does get picked off, and blinking away does Rain. Excellent move. That's something I was going to key in on here real quick. He's got the ability to harass this as he goes back. It's going to slow down Innovation, but also Innovation's going to feel uncomfortable dropping if this game should go much further because of this blink harass and the blink tech in the early portion of the game.
Oh, a supply block's going to prevent Rain from getting out another Immortal, and there's a scan to find out what these Stalkers are running back to, and this is still pretty scary here as Innovation has a nice little army, especially with the just funneling those Marines through 2 force fields.
Yeah, he just missed it. You want to trap those Marines because it's not necessarily the tanks in the back that are so scary. It's the fact that you can't get to the tanks with your Hardened Shield Immortals because the Marines will peel it right off of them. But he does have Photon Overcharge at his disposal, so he should be holding here for a while. And with this Dark Shrine nearing completion, we could face a... Actually, look at this week. More SCVs coming out. This is, again, Innovation putting it on the line.
Wow, yeah.
He does have an engineering base, so he can make those missile turrets.
Oh, it looks like the SCVs are just going to the natural.
He's using up all his scan, though. I mean, by pulling his SCVs, he's basically saying, okay, well, yeah, I need my economy to be based on mules. But I'll tell you what, we're going to have some Dark Templar here in a minute.
And let's find out if that's going to... Yep, there they go, into the main. And again, just holding off at the front. The scariest thing for Rain right now, well, God, these bunkers going down is scary. This is a tried and true Terran contain right here. Innovation really trying to put the hurt on and punish Rain. DT's going into the natural and the main missile turrets going down while this occurs. But I'll tell you what, I don't know if those DTs are going to be enough, Jeff. This looks so scary.
Rain cannot allow a missile turret to go down at the front lines. He needs to be able to continue to warp in DTs and eventually chip into this. The economy of Innovation is sacked. There's one of his final scans, and it's going to stop that missile turret from being killed, which means Innovation's going to have a foothold over here.
We see the Photon Overcharge going to work, but it's just simply not enough DPS. All of the units are back either up against the Nexus or into the main base. More bunkers have gone down, and the tanks continue to multiply. The force fields go down, but 2 missile turrets now. And I'll tell you what, absolutely amazing, but it looks as if Innovation has just 3-0'd Rain, and there it is, GG, our first semi-finalist. Innovation straight up breaking the game right there.
That was
absolutely incredible.
Really good decision. He made the tanks to anchor himself against that blink stalker strategy, but you can see the genius that is Innovation kind of developing as the game goes on, where he says, all right, you invested in those blink stalkers. They're going to take damage from the tanks after I secure my expansions, but more importantly, I'm guessing behind this, the best you could do is to have, I mean, let's look at Rain's options. What if he has 2 Colossus? Doesn't matter. The tanks will actually shell down it. The best he could do is Immortals, maybe charge like Archon, but if he doesn't hit the second those Marines step a little bit too forward in the ramp and he kills the Marines, it's lights out. Once they get the bunkers down, there's no crack in that siege.
Just kind of looking back on the matchup and looking where the point in which Rain's aggression ended.
Yeah.
And Innovation said, well, I'm good now. I'm gonna attack. Is there anything, I mean, could Rain have maybe peeled off sooner? When he saw that the attack was coming, did he need to go back and re-engage to try to pull them back? I mean,
the only
hindsight, of course, but...
The only thing is we talked about this during the game. a lot of players will do that kind of build, but they'll only stick on like 6 or 7 stalkers, and then back at home they're going for an earlier robotics bay. They're getting charged. They're coming out with like double forge. They're doing other things in the background, but what Rain did was he did beautiful harass, and I mean this is definitely hindsight 2020 type of thing, but he didn't do enough with the stalkers to justify the investment he was putting into, because it was like 13 stalkers or 15 at some points doing battle, whereas it should have been 6 or 7. Maybe you replenish 1 or 2, but it's a low number, but it's the blink that keeps the Terran back at home, not the number of stalkers. So I think to a certain extent, Rain got caught with his hand in the cookie jar just a little bit.
All right, well, I hope they were good cookies, Jeff. There we see the brackets. Flash versus Parting is going to determine who is going to go up to face Innovation, and I don't care which guy comes out of there.
No.
That is going to be an absolute drop-dead, ass-kicking game. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, Life versus Last still to come up, and then we've got more matches to complete the round of 8. We're going to take a break, but don't forget to check out the brand new Pro Bundles from Mad Catz. They've now got completely customizable controllers. You know, you don't like the dual stick layout? That's cool. Just change it around. You can put it wherever you want. Bundle started up to 45% off the official MLG controller, mlg.2/madcats bundle. Check it out. Take a break. When we come back, more action here on StarCraft Blue as the 2013 MLG Winter Championship continues. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.